Hey guys, welcome back. We're about to do a get ready with me. First, I'm starting with these eye masks. Oh, I needed it. My eyes have been so bad. Like I haven't been getting sleep. So, I leave those on for 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and use this little razor for the eyebrows and I'm going to start shaping them, fixing them up so that they don't look crazy. Make sure you go with this little one because the bigger ones, you can take off your eyelashes real easy. They get cut off with the longer ones, so yeah. Next, I'm going in with the Brow Boss by Colourpop, and I believe this is in the shade light brown. Yes, light brown. I always like to go with the light brown color when I am blonde or when I have this copper type of red color. These take forever, I swear. And then I brush them out after this, and then I clean them up using the Master Conceal Concealer by Maybelline, and I'm using a Alamar Cosmetics brush. It's a concealer brush, I believe. Brush, not blush. Once they are carved out, I like to drag the product down and then I blend it out with my finger. Carve out the top, making sure not to ruin the shape, and then I blend it all out with my fingers. And then I go ahead and go in with this eyebrow gel, and this is by Essence in the shade Blondie Brows. Let's take these bad boys off. And then we're gonna massage under the eyes very lightly, And then going in with my favorite moisturizer of all time. This is the Aveeno moisturizing lotion, the only thing that's great on my sensitive ass skin. And then I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I swear, guys, I love this primer so much. Like, I can't stop raving about it. Seriously, it's like the best. So I apply this to all of my T-zone and anywhere that I have pores. And then I go ahead with my little machine, hair removal machine, and I get rid of that lip sweater, baby, like my sister says. And then I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Master Prime Primer and just apply this everywhere else. I'm now concealing my little spot that I have there with the same concealer I used, and then I am color correcting under my eyes using the orange corrector by LA Girl. This stuff works so good. It's the best thing. You don't apply a lot because you don't want it to come through on your foundation. And I'm just blending out the concealer in that little area that I used. I added a little bit more, and then after I go in with my foundation. And I dot that all over the face and on my neck, whatever is left over, and just blend it out with that beauty blender, baby. Keep blending until it is covered and blended well. I completely forgot to tell you guys what foundation I'm using. So I'm using the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation in the shade 120, which is Classic Ivory. This matches me so good, you guys. Gotta be careful with those eyebrows. And then make sure you get the ears, because I always gotta get the ears if I'm wearing my hair up. And make sure that chin is covered good, because I swear foundation sometimes doesn't work there. I drag it down my neck as well. Now I am concealing with the Maybelline Master Conceal Concealer, and this is in the shade Light Medium. I love this concealer, you guys, so much. One thing I can advise you to do when you're going to take photos is don't put too much concealer on, because you don't want to look cakey under the eyes and crazy. But this concealer doesn't do that to me, and plus I don't add a lot. I do little dots because of that. I don't like my under eye to look very cakey. I have fine lines under there. I'm in my 30s, baby. I'm not 20 or 16. Now I'm cream contouring, and I'm using a foundation stick. This is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation stick, and this is in the shade Coconut. And this is how I contour. This doesn't mean this is how you should contour, but if you feel like you have the same face shape as me, you are more than welcome to contour this way. And then I blend that out. I blend this out really good, you guys. You gotta make sure you blend it out really good into the hairline, because you don't want to see any white in there. I used to make that mistake before when I first started makeup. Oh my god, it was so bad. But yeah, blend this out really good because you don't want it to look weird. And I'm sitting there jamming and blending, because blending takes a while, you guys, especially when using creams. Next, I'm going in with this stick highlighter by Hourglass in the shade Champagne Flash. Oh my god, you guys, I love this stick highlighter so much. Oh, it's so good. And I blend it out with my fingers, as you guys can see. I know I'm jumping around in this video, I'm sorry. But now I am blending out the contour of my nose. And yeah, just gotta make sure it's like blended really good. So I always leave this for last because of that. And now adding some of that good ass highlight. I'm loving this. I blend this out with my fingers as well, and I apply this above my lip and my cupid's bow because I just love it. Helps me glow from within, you know? And then I'm using my favorite powder of all time, which is the RCMA No Color Powder. And I'm just setting wherever I applied any creams to my face. Also, I make sure to set my T-zone area really good. Now going in with the eye base. This is the P. Louise eye base in Room War 2. I love this eye base. I can't do my eyeshadow without this anymore. I just can't. I haven't even tried using concealer in a long time, but I just can't. I love this. I apply it to the whole lid, and then I blend it in really good with my finger so that, you know, I don't have any creasing, and then whatever excess is on there, it comes off with my finger. All right, so I'm pulling out that Coca-Cola palette by Morphe, and the first shade I'm dipping into is The Real Thing. And I'm packing that right above that crease just because, you know, I have hooded eyes. Oh my God, I can't talk. Hooded eyes. And I have to do this so that my eye looks bigger. And then I just blend it out with the same brush. And this is actually a Wet n Wild brush, believe it or not. And it's from the Dollar Tree. Then I switched over to an Essence brush. This is the eye blender brush. Oh my God, I love this brush so much for blending out the eyeshadow up top and just making it look good. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. As you can see, I'm packing the color on. And I have to say these shades are very pigmented and so good, so good. And I do switch back and forth between brushes until it's blended to my liking. Now dipping into the shade All the Feels, I'm gonna be packing this color right into the crease. This color was good as well. Like, look at that pigmentation, you guys. So good. Like Morphe, I am never disappointed. And then I am using the Morphe M330 brush to blend that out. And then while blending, you guys, I like to lift my eyebrow just a tad bit to help me out a little bit and blend in really good. Like get in there and blend, like in the crease. And it helps me every time. It looks better already. Then I forgot I had Coca-Cola brushes by Morphe as well. And so I take the fluffy brush that was in the pack and I blend out the first shade just so I don't have any harsh lines up top there. And a sip of my coffee. And then it's time to cut that crease. Look up and it lets me know exactly where I need to cut the crease. And I'm cutting this all the way to the outer corner, you guys. I'm not doing a classic cut crease. I'm doing a cut crease. I don't even know what this would be called because it's not a half cut crease. I don't know. Full cut crease? No, because that would be a classic. But yeah, you see I went to the corner, from one corner to the other corner. And then I like to fix whatever I mess up. I'm using a Tarte liner brush. That came with my eyeliner. And I just fix it up. I dip into that shade All the Feels and I fix it up. And I do this on both sides. And after I have perfected that, I like to get rid of any creasing and then I go in with the next shade, which is Bubble Up, and I set the whole lid. Or the lid that's left, because, you know, my lid is small. I set it and I use my finger on the other side because it started to crease again. And I start to set that side as well. This shade is so pretty. It's a beautiful cream color, you guys. It's so pretty. Then I'm gonna go ahead and just set the rest of my face very lightly. Light-handedly, guys. Not crazy powder because you don't want to look cakey. Now going in with the Tarteist Clay Paint Liner. I love this liner, you guys. I did put tape because I didn't have a lot of time and I need to have a perfect wing. But guys, this liner I've been using for a few years now. Like I just keep buying it. Like I try and venture off and use something else, but I always end up using this one again. It's so good. It's mattifying. It's just perfect. Like, I recommend it. Big time. Big time. Now, don't worry if you guys don't see the product well or whatever. I will be putting all the products I'm using down below. I always do, and I can't just leave you guys hanging. I'm getting a perfect wing. I'm telling you guys, it takes a bit. It takes a little while, so bear with me. Okay, almost done here. Now I'm just peeling the tape off, looking at it, fixing it just a little bit. Any imperfections that need to be fixed, I'm fixing it up. Next, I'm going in with the Hoola bronzer. This is by Benefit, and I am bronzing up the face. I don't go in with any other contour shades. I use just the Hoola bronzer because I didn't want to go crazy. I am going for that pin-uppy look, and back in the day, they didn't use harsh contour. It just looked natural, nice, you know. Also, the brush I'm using here is the dual fiber face brush by Real Techniques. I love Real Techniques. They have amazing brushes as well. But yeah, I go down my neck as well. I needed to tell you that because it's important. It's important, guys. Now I go into the waterline using a Rimmel London waterproof eye definer, and this is in the shade In the Nude. I love this. I use it all the time. And then I set that using the shade Bubble Up in the Coca-Cola palette. And next I go into the shade The Real Thing, and I'm using a pencil brush in the Coca-Cola collection as well. Using a flat brush that's an Essence brush, I'm applying the shade All the Feels. Oh my god, I cannot talk. It's going too fast for me. Now I'm gonna finish contouring my nose, and I'm using the Benefit Hoola bronzer as well. And then I blend that out using the It Cosmetics brush. I'd applied it with a Coastal Scents brush, I believe, but to blend it out, I love blending out my nose contour with this brush. I'll put the info down below. Next shade I'm going into is Fizz, and I'm putting that into the inner corner just to give it a little pop. For blush, I'm using one by Milani Cosmetics. It's called Delicioso Pink. I'm blending that in using a Wet n Wild blush brush. Love this blush. And for highlight, I'm using the Colourpop Flexitarian. I started to apply it, then realized, oop, I didn't spritz my face because I like to spritz first, then apply the highlight. As you can see, it just makes it pop even more. I love that highlight. Oh, love it. I then felt like it was harsh, so I blended it out with the Beauty Blender. I applied some more to my nose and to my Cupid's bow and my lip, and I blended out using a Wet n Wild highlighter brush, I believe. I have a lot of Wet n Wild brushes, I know, but they're so good, you guys. Affordable and good. Nothing wrong with that. For lashes, I went in with the iconic 3D lashes by Profusion, and I used a Skydo glue, lash glue. I just use this one because I like that I can apply it to my eyelid and it doesn't irritate my eye, but I do not like the fact that it stays tacky the whole time. I don't know what's up with that. It just doesn't dry. So I wouldn't recommend it, but I just dealt with it. But yeah, apply the lashes and bam, you're looking good. And now to hide that lash strip, I'm using the Duoche. I can't remember what this is called, but it's a fierce and fine graphic pen liner. I love this liner, you guys. And then now I'm lining up my lips. The liner is by Italia, and it's in the shade Hot Red, number 1047, if that helps. This liner is good. Their liners are really good. I recommend their liners. I've ordered them from eBay, but I'm not sure if Amazon has any, but I'll check for you guys and I will put the link down below for you guys. Now applying the lipstick American Doll by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a liquid lipstick. I had to move Lucas out the way. I'm sorry, you guys. And then I am cleaning up the lips because sometimes it does like go a little past where it needs to go. So I use a concealer and then I use a beauty blender to blend it out. And you have to be careful with this because you don't want to get red everywhere. And using my favorite mascara of all time, this is the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara, my fave. I've always used this. I just can't stop using it. And I do the lower lash line as well. This makes your lower lash line look so good, you guys. So good. This and the Huda Beauty mascara have been my go-to all summer long. And yes, I do like to go ham with a mascara, you guys. Can't help it. Then next, I'm going to go in with the Coca-Cola and Morphe Lip Gloss. This is in the shade Classic Babe, and I just dab it on. I don't apply it all on. And that is it, you guys.